Okay, dude, so you remember this certified baddie, right? You know, the girl on that podcast who not only said that she was a certified baddie, but that she was a 10 out of 10.
Scale of 1 to 10. So let's do that.
10.
Kikyo, so okay, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
10.
A fat fucking 10.
You look like an Elden Ring boss. Now, I had a couple questions, I'm just gonna be honest. When she was like, I'm a certified baddie, I was like, well, sister, who certified you? They clearly didn't do a good enough job on the inspection. Now, since that video, this person's continued their conquest on taking over the internet, including an unexpected collaboration with Sneeko and Aiden Ross, where she literally got cyberbullied for like 5 minutes straight.
Have you ever
Now after this went down, a few other things happened which I think were really unfortunate for this person's career. And guys, this news is honestly kind of heartbreaking, so just bear with me here, try to stay calm. This generation's certified baddie was rejected at a nightclub.
I'm literally leaving the club early because men are fucking shit. I'm in the fucking drive-thru of the Jack in the Box on my way home and to go fucking eat my feelings. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm literally a fucking 10, and this bastard doesn't see it.
You see, the problem with this is I know exactly why this happened. It's something called toxic positivity. This person's friends and anybody who talks to this person are so afraid to say anything negative about their lifestyle because they don't want to seem mean or, like, disapproving, that the very visible issues with this person never get addressed, like the fact that they're not a 10 and they think they are. So when everybody is being super nice to you and is afraid to actually say anything that might give a dose of reality into your life, you start believing that you are a 10 out of 10, the most attractive person on the planet. And believing this, you know, totally distorts your expectations of what should happen while you're interacting with people. Like, if you believe you're a 10 out of 10, the most beautiful person ever, you obviously aren't going to suspect that you'll get rejected. So inevitably, when you do get rejected, you have a mental breakdown and record it while you're in a drive-thru at Jack in the Box. Like, I'm so sick of this notion that being nice is the healthiest way to interact with people, especially if there's like an actual problem that needs to be addressed. I would rather be mean and helpful than nice and useless. Like, if you have a fat friend, you can either be nice to him and not ever, you know, encourage him to improve his life, or you can be a little bit mean, but with the right intent to actually improve his life and suggest that he should work out. I think it's totally okay to sacrifice being nice at the altar of honesty.
Listen, you can call me a dude, tell me my chromosomes are XY, and tell me that my DNA will always be male, but guess what? At the end of the day, I'm still hot though.
I mean, that TikTok was pure cope, but if you have to do that to get it out of your system, then go for it. But let's actually try to think of some long-term solutions here. You can't just cope post all your problems away. But listen, if you'd rather not address your problems and eat Jack in the Box whenever you get sad, go for it. But you have to be okay with being put into the Sigma edits with a funk song playing that says reject modernity, embrace tradition. Because if you don't want to improve your life, you know, at least let somebody look at your life and decide to improve their own.
Babe, your man is probably in my fucking DMs, and I could have had him as a body literally last week if I wanted to.
Yes, it's a glow.
Dude, you can call these Sigma edits cringy, but at the end of the day, they work. I feel like people who actually watch them have a better workout afterward. It's like thirst traps for girls. Thirst traps, when girls post them, I think that's cringy, but at the end of the day, it still works. Guys hit them up, they slide into their DMs, they purchase their OF. So again, if it works, even if it's cringy, hey man, as long as it gets the job done.
Let's spill the tea real quick, okay? Like, let's spill the tea. My experiences from dating are way more different than theirs.
I mean, like, the sky is blue. Obviously, your experience dating is gonna be different than a normal person's. You gotta love how it's prefaced, like, oh, I'm gonna spill the tea, okay? I'm gonna expose myself, and then it's like, I have a weird time dating. Wow, dude, crazy. Literally zero amount of tea was spilled. The tea is in the teapot. None of it got spilled at all. Matter of fact, the tea is actually getting cold as we speak.
I'm a trans girl, like, men, honestly, like, it's so fucking rare that you ever even find a guy that's being like, let me take you out, let's go see a movie, let's go have dinner. No, they're just trying to fuck. I'm a fetish to like 98% of those fucking guys. So like, if I'm attracted to them sexually, like, I've 95% of the time, I'll get it.
I'm sorry. What? 95% of the time that you want to do it with a guy, you get to. No. The only 95% I see is body fat. No hate, but like, honestly, how could you expect anyone to believe that if you approach 100 guys, out of that 100, 95 of them are going to do it with you? You can't even get 95 out of 100 guys to like eat spinach or some shit. Like, how would you even expect what you're saying to be in the realm of like the cosmos of human possibility of believing?
But you said a roster, so like, what question for you? What's the most amount of people that you've dated
All at once?
all at once?
Like in rotation?
Same time, rotation, however you want
Honestly, like 3.
In
Oh, okay.
rotation.
to. Okay.
Yeah. No, like I'll have men. I'm like, okay, this one's annoying me. Like, okay, it's time to clear his ass and let's bench this person.
Dude, if you're getting benched by the certified baddie, you might actually have to be placed on suicide watch. Like, the government has to step in and say, this man, he just got benched by a, quote, certified baddie. We gotta have the entire SWAT team looking after this man's life because he's a danger to himself.
No, at my job, I had an experience with an old coworker. I'm not gonna say what my real job
Say his
is.
full name.
No.
What's his social?
I'm not gonna say his name. But like, I got offended because, long story short, he basically said that if he went on like a date with a trans girl and he didn't know that she was trans, and she is like a baddie, like I'm talking ass, titties, like operating, you couldn't even fucking tell. Like, this is the baddest bitch. And he found out that she was trans. He said that he would feel the need to bring out his
Oh. Okay, obviously that's insane. Like, you can't physically threaten a person because they don't tell you they're trans before going into an interaction with them. Violence is never the answer, and immediately when you turn to violence, you're in the wrong. But I also do agree with what the certified baddie is saying, that you can't not tell someone you're trans before you're gonna do it with them. Because if you consent but you don't know they're trans, it's like, that's like fake consent. That's a very important thing, like age. Like, you know, if I'm with someone and they say, oh, I'm 19, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then it turns out they're like, you know, 17, it's like, okay, that's not cool. Now, obviously, I wouldn't get violent, but you gotta communicate there, man. That's important.
And I get it. Some girls, like, I kind of come into a pride thing too with trans girls. It's like, well, I worked so hard to get to my womanhood and blah, 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 blah. I get that, and I fully respect it, like, whatever you want to be still. But when it comes to a man, and especially in dating, and this, like I said, this is my opinion. And like, if any other like trans girls are watching, or if any other trans girls are watching, any of the dolls are watching, hit my DMs, because, and if I'm saying something that's misinforming, educate me, because I'm totally open to that. But I feel like when you're one of the dolls, you have to disclose when it comes to dating, because this is how there's things like violence, you know, X, Y, and Z. This is how trans girls like end up in sticky situations 9 times out of 10.
I mean, you know, you probably shouldn't ask this person for workout advice or dieting advice, but to be fair, if you need advice on how to deal with dating as a transgender person, if you're a transgender person, maybe you could ask this person for advice. So in that sense, I guess, you know, they are probably an expert. Anyways, though, I just wanted to check in on the certified baddie and see what was happening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.